Didn't they? And they're getting into the book, and it's since it's only 5 employees, it's you and 4 other people. They they are like, oh yeah, they have plenty of room, so everybody kind of has their own corners, right? So they don't have to sit bunch up together. It's like, Lydia, the only reason you're worried is because you were trying to date him. And I was like, that's not true. And some other guy, another lady says, yeah, at least he's more real than your K-pop stars. And she's like, and she doesn't say, she's like, mouth is like.
There's like a censorship sound.
No, actually, she just mouthed it out because she doesn't want to say it out loud. Like, she doesn't want to, gratify her by actually saying it out loud, right? And so they're having this conversation. Everybody's commenting about Lydia's love life or lack thereof, right? But you realize, of course, that all these people have much of a life anyway, because they don't
have much else to do. So it's the gossip corner here on the little way, and I'm here for it.
And this is the life of a single A company drone, right? Live in an apartment, which is probably nice, but they cannot leave it. They go to work for 8 hours straight and then go back to the apartment. They don't have any more life at all. And so you come in. I
can't wait to start working here.
Yeah, you go through in here. You're awakened. So as the bus is coming in, one of the
magic is technomancy isn't awakened magic. It's just weird matrix glitch stuff that I'm somehow attuned to.
Okay.
So the magician on staff won't notice.
Yeah. Well, what's happening is that one of the hounds, as you're getting out, he's sort of like, and basically one of the guards has like a heavy chain, like wrapped around his ass, like, come on, Brutus, come on.
Ooh, good Brutus, good boy. Yeah, and I'll just like keep shifting past.
He says, "Don't." No. It makes him angry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right this way.
All right.
Come on.
I guess I'm. Where am I going here on the map? To the main building, I guess. Okay.
This is the main building. So I'm going to transfer you to the main building. What's the rating on your iFake ID?
This is entirely the employee ID right now.
Right, it's an employee ID. So yeah, you get checked here. There's more security guards. These are more heavily armed. The one in the building had a submachine gun. These guys have assault rifles. So there are 2 here. So you go through the double doors. This is the vault door, literally like a bank.
Yeah, nothing in or out here.
Yeah, and you get here. There's you realize that these are the servers. And there's another vault here. That's where they have the physical copies of the discs that they get from different people. And you can see also these are refrigeration units. And there's also caution warnings, like in case of a fire, Freon will be dispensed from different apertures. Freon will displace oxygen very quickly. If you have not made it to your security station in good time, we will contact you next.
Oh, it's a good thing I have the gas mask in the briefcase. Jeez.
Well, the thing is that it just simply what happens is the way Freon gas works, it just displaces completely oxygen. So it's not a matter. There is no oxygen for you to breathe, so your gas mask will not work unless that's an independent.
The gas mask just straight up says like it has an hour of air.
Okay, yeah.
So otherwise, it's a thing. I got paid $40 for more. Buying canned air now, everybody.
As long as you don't buy filters from Russia, you're fine. Those have lead and asbestos.
But the Evotech canisters say that they're made just for orcs.
So you get to start doing your. Each one of these has a rack. I'm going to show you. I think I have I can show you how these things are loaded. I'm going to share it in the chat. And so they have racks for you to put these discs. The thing is, are you going to do that without being noticed? And are you going to do an extra search for the information that you want?
Yeah. Doing the search is what I need to do, and then I need to do the actual job, which is plant the thing and get that done. And part of how I could go about that is literally just doing my job. Sign in for the day, go find the guy I'm working with and say, "Hi, Jefferson Anderson. I'm so happy to be working here. I'm from Caltech. I'm still taking classes there, but I'm going to be graduating soon. I'm just so excited to have like a job straight out of college next year. It's going to be great."
Yeah. Listen, kid. There's the Windex over there.
Uh-huh.
Make sure all the surfaces are clean. I'll get back to you in a moment.
And when do I start with my training?
You start with the Windex, and then we'll talk about that later. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Yes, right away.
He just sent you to just clean the outside of the there's glass surfaces that cover this. So you're basically going and cleaning all the glass surfaces. And he goes back to the vault and he has a security bunch, and he's bring these gold box, they look like gold bricks, but in fact they're boxes, and they have the stacks of discs, and he's organizing. It's like, "Hey,
right.
Kid, when you're done with that, I want you to organize AC1 through D19. Put them in the corner. They're gonna have to be checked and reloaded for having any viruses or any intrusion software. Make sure you catalog each one of them with their alphanumeric number, and get back to me when you're done with that. Okay? After you clean with the Windex.
And what was step 1?
Step 1 is catalog from C1 to D19.
Okay.
So this we're going to be working today. Okay.
All right. Focus. Step 1. Got it. Thank you. Oh, and I will go ahead and get to the task. And since it's now my job to make sure that they don't have any virus software uploaded, can you guess what I'm about to do?
Yes.
I'm already here. I got the payload, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it. This is so easy. So I have all.
What he wants you to do is he just wants you to kind of make sure that all the discs fit this job is not about actually putting anything. These discs are literally, the boxes are there. They have the disc, and you have to make sure that the corresponding number on the box fits the number on the disc.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, eventually you can try to sneak around and load a disc or something, right? Or you keep pestering him to teach you something, then you can do that. But he's basically giving you busy work. He wants you out of the way.
Yeah, and this is work that I technically have the skills to be able to do, so it's not like I'm doing a terrible job or anything.
Yeah.
But it is ultimately an actual work day.
Yeah, you don't have to go to Caltech to learn how to sort discs, basically. That's not it.
I know my degree's gonna come in real handy in this job. I love this character I've invented now. It's so great. Goto actually smiling on the inside doing this as his soul rips apart.
And so, you're doing that, and eventually you keep pestering him. It's like, okay, now that you have sorted them out, we have to start loading them on that disk tray, one by one. The machine runs the first scan, so don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it'll be fine.
Okay.
So that's the image, basically what you see. That's you have to load it up per machine, and it will do a scan of the disk automatically.
Okay. So this is perfect. So I have access to a machine that's doing a job, and I could tell it what to do because I could just go ahead and puppeteer it and just say do what I want. I don't even have to hack anything. Nobody notices. It can only fail, is all.
Yeah.
And make me exhausted and make me pass out, which is a different problem. But let's go ahead and check what's that's resisted by. It is willpower and firewall, so if it's just the device, it's double the device rating. What's the device rating of this thing that checks stuff for me?
It's just a 4.
It's just a 4? That's still 8 dice against. I could go ahead and summon something to help me thread my complex form here real quick. So it doesn't have to be very big. I'm just gonna go with a 3. Oh wow, he doesn't even touch me. Awesome. And he's got 4 things on him. I'm gonna say this is a crack sprite. And all I'm gonna do is have him go ahead and assist me in this roll. So he's gonna roll 8 dice first.
Okay.
A bit, so I get 4 extra dice. I'm now going to puppeteer, and I'm going to put it at a 4. And then I'm going to roll the 4 extra dice that I've been given. 2. So 7 successes versus its 8 dice.
Okay.
Which maxes out at 4 here.
Yeah, so what are you trying to do with the machine?
I can literally tell it what to do. So when something comes up that I don't want it to scan, like the thing I'm going to upload, I can go ahead and deal with it. Or I could tell it to go ahead and falsely mislabel something so that I can pull something off. I'm trying to make sure I got like the exact way this all works kind of down. I'm basically trying to open up the opportunity to do the task.
Okay. Well, you do have the disk that has malware on it, so this would be the perfect machine to fool in order for them to load the thing that you need to load. Right.
Exactly. So I could just tell it literally to directly do it.
And you have the boxes as well. So.
Yeah, so this is perfect. I literally just tell the machine what to do.
Yeah, it just...
it does technically still roll 8 dice against, and it could probably match a 4.
So let me roll.
Unfortunately, I did not get her to doing that myself. 1, 2,
ooh,
3,
yeah, 3, 4, 5. A 4.
It is limited by its device rating, so yeah.
So it hits 4. So yeah, you try, and it's like the problem with this machine is it's not very sophisticated. It's just designed to run one software package, which is the antivirus stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically try to do not do the thing that you're built to do.
Right.
And that's when it balks, right? It's like, but I'm supposed to do this. This is my existence. How can I not do the thing that you tell me to do?
I virus checked, therefore I am.
Exactly.
So I have some more time with my sprite, and I can go ahead and do this again and see if I can get it to work a second time.
Yeah.
Because these don't take too long, and I have at least minutes, if not hours, to do this entire job. So
we have 8 hours.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be rolling an extra 8 dice. And on the extra 8 dice, I don't even need to roll it. I've already met my... Oh, right. Assistance increases the limit. I didn't even have to roll a second time. Because I was assisted, the limit increases, and I would have at least 5.
So your total was
over
5?
4. Yeah. Important thing to remember: assisting people also increases the amount of dice they get to keep. No. This is for the previous time. I messed up a roll.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
So there we go. I did it because I had an assistant. I succeeded, and that's the only reason why. Because
you almost get from a sense from machines like, okay, sure, this one time I'll do it.
It's one time for you, buddy. Welcome to the company.
This cracked sprite that looks like the fawns and just leaning on it in Matrix AR and just like smacks it once and goes, "Hey." It's like, how did any sprite ever learn that routine? That was on television. Oh, never mind.
Remember that time you lent one to Trash Boat? Yeah, I fucking ruined it.
And then I will dismiss the sprite so that nobody notices it, because they will notice it if it's around me.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. I told the machine to avoid doing what it's supposed to do. I now have the thing. I upload the virus. Everything's good to go. At least on that front.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's like, oh, okay. So your disk is clear.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Job well done. All I had to do was that, and it should be deleting that specific information as we speak. And no one will be the wiser for perhaps years.
Well, you cleared the disk that has the data. Now you have to get that disk into the system itself. This is a separate machine.
Oh, right. And that's part of my job right now. So I just continue along with the job, and I just go disk C27 to C27. There we go.
Yeah, it takes you about 2 hours to do this. Manually feeding all this disk. It's like the guy has a cup of soy coffee. Was like, yeah, you know how to sort stuff good, kid.
Did work up for me? They just said.
He's in the machine, man. I don't control the machine.
Oh,
you realize that the only thing that they're here to eat is it's machine stuff. It's like, it's one of those old like 1930s pie dispensers, right? So that's a solid food. And then there's a coffee machine, and there's like a soft drink machine, and that's it.
Hey, I can at least get some coffee and a pie.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, man, I wish I didn't give that strudel over to Trash Boat. Now I want it again. So I'll probably take my break, I'll sip some coffee, I'll have some pie. MGM question. So I noticed we have like another line here, which is pieces of data for 3 names if we can find these names an extra 5,000 million. Was that the 3 employees we already looked up?
No, those guys
Nope.
are different. Yeah.
Okay, so they're just somewhere in these stacks.
Or they could be in the servers themselves. What happens is the disks are there, then they get loaded into the server.
Mhm.
So they keep the disk, well, until they don't need them anymore, and then they destroy
Right.
it to make sure that there's only one copy available for in the server.
Okay, so the only thing to do really is to copy that information and have some extras, or we have to find 3 specific ones.
3 specific
3
pieces of
specific
information in the
Okay.
server. Yeah.
Yeah, so that might take more time, Rafi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What opportunity do I have to do that? I assume I'm probably not even going to be looking at the server. I've been doing a physical job this entire time, basically.
Yeah. I mean, you could try to talk your way close to the server.
That is true. I mean, I have the employee here, and I already know something about him. He hates this place.
Yeah.
So, I could go ahead and try to work that out and just say, or at least via etiquette, in a way that's acceptable to the job I'm doing, say, oh, this next part I have to do such and such, I need to like run a diagnostic. Do you mind if I get on the workstation real quick?
Roll etiquette.
So let's roll etiquette. And are there any bonus dice for knowing specifically information about him already, since he's a target?
Add another die.
Okay, so we'll roll 1 more die. 4. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
with that is like, sure, kid, knock yourself out. Make sure. Okay, you're only gonna do C1 through C5 because you notice that it basically has like 5 spaces. So you have it's every server has a loading area and has like multiple loading areas for the disk. Almost like an old-fashioned PC that had multiple floppy disks, but this is like a stack of 5, so you have to load them, one by one.
Right.
In the order that they were given to you. Right.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I got the workstation, I got an employee ID, I can at least access some kind of information. And the important thing is, here to keep in mind, is that I can't use my powers if I'm not using my specific living persona. If I get onto this workstation, I'm just doing whatever the workstation lets me do.
Yeah.
So this would be a search. I would like to go ahead and roll Matrix Perception to see if I can go ahead and see, does the server know where the files I'm looking for are?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. This is computer and intuition.
And that's a picture of the server access thing you wanted to go up, and it's coming up in the chat, in the Discord.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love it.
You got 4 successes. Okay. Yeah, you realize that all the security here, it's really to keep people out of this room. Once you're in here, past the doors and all that, well, you're in. The data is not... The employees... I mean, you have to do a little bit more than just do that, but since you notice the employees just input the data, they just take care of it. But the data itself is relatively unprotected, not with the layers you see in the Matrix. There's code, there's passwords and stuff like that, but nothing very sophisticated.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The idea, again, think corporation, right? We don't have to spend more money, more resources than we have.
Yeah.
So
No one should
once
be here anyway. Why protect them?
Exactly. And anybody who should be, if there's a leak, we know who was doing it at what time, so we just...
Exactly.
They're not going to get very far with that.
Yeah, so not a problem for them. Alright, so, in that case, I guess I found them pretty easily, huh? And I don't need to take the real discs with me to get this information. I literally just need to make a copy, right?
Yeah.
Copying is an incredibly simple action as long as they aren't protected. Which, as you just said, at this stage, they don't care anymore.
You do pick up, very interesting, the first thing is when you're going through the data, you do pick up what can only be described as an echo. As you're going through the data, and you go Zoo, Z-H-H-U, and her name comes up. It's almost like if there's less, how can I describe this? what you find is not names, numbers, etc. When you get to her, it's almost like you sync with her. There's resonance, as almost as if there's a part of her here.
Yeah. And as part of my perception check, I can kind of go, wait a second, something weird has happened. This is a resonance signature, and I can just kind of remember it and go, this must be the resonance signature of that person we were removing, which was
and you get a message in your
OG.
in your mind. You get a message that goes, black chip. Roll a logic.
Ooh.
And do you have any knowledge skills of the Matrix, like Matrix history or something like that?
Let's see. I don't even have Matrix games anymore. The answer is no.
Then it's going to be a logic and intuition roll.
Okay, so logic and intuition. Can I just figure it out with 3 successes?
You're like, what happens is that you realize that this can be what you think it is. Because you remember, this is an urban legend of the first Simpsons ship. And supposedly the black chip is not only the first Simpsons ship, it's the perfect Simpson. Like, it's like the perfect chip from where all others were copied from. Like, it gives
so you too can live the life of a ship.
Well, it's a chip, not a ship, you know.
Chip. Okay.
Chip, yeah. CHIP, not SHIP.
Ooh. So we're looking at some original ice stuff. Very.
Well, actually, more than that, you know, Simpsons is, better than light chips are sort of a broken version of that. You know, that gets people addicted. This one is the perfect one. Like, literally, you record your impression, and somebody can just live your life. But this one is supposed to be so good that you're literally can transform yourself into that other person.
Ooh.
Supposedly. And it has supposedly no side effects. It's perfect emulation. You're living the life, right? It's not when you're using SimSense, you can try SimSense. You can always feel a little bit of like you're looking through like a pane of glass. It's a little bit of a buffer, right? To protect your mind. Here is like, no, you're the person. Supposedly. And it's tied to
completely
this
fools you.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's tied to this person's resonance somehow.
Interesting. Were they using
it's
it
the holy grail of Simpsons. And what you can really do with that technology could be living.
Very fascinating. If there's information on this guy, I'm definitely keeping a copy for myself at this point. This has gone from, oh, here's a guy who's a veteran to, wait a second, he's up to some crazy stuff. I want in on it.
Yeah, she.
She, yeah. Haven't met them yet either, so.
Jennifer.
So there we go.
Her first name is Jennifer.
So, that was pretty good right there.
Yeah.
I've completed my task. I found something weird. This is great. This computer, this data set, this server does not have any more information on that at all. I highly doubt that, right?
I mean, you have to look for all. I mean, we're talking about a small bank of thousands of this. So if you want to find something extra, you would have to. It's a volume of data. It's a lot, right?
Well, I am at the computer.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's go ahead and give another check. Let's go ahead and roll back to skills. Let's roll that matrix perception. Oh, right, I was over here. Matrix perception, computer. Boop. Another 4 successes.
Okay.
So red letter day.
You find a notice again. Some of the stuff is very interesting because you expect that you're gonna find like entire documents and pictures and very secretive stuff. Most of the stuff is like a note. Like, why would somebody just store like a sentence of information? And this sentence information is look into the Helios Foundation, and it's there's a name to it, but the name it's a name in Spanish, and it says Ciudad Mexico, Mexico City, which actually will be Tenochtitlan.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to pronounce that later.
Yeah, which is the Aztec name for what today is Mexico City.
Right.
Which got renamed back to
Well, I was already pretty worried about the Aztec technology influences on this mission. Now I'm increasingly worried. So, gonna
Good
just
job,
go ahead and
Brandon.
file that away into my brain, and at this point, I've completed all my objectives. I've uploaded the virus, I have the extra information that I can just kind of smuggle in on me. No one can check my brain. And I found the secret information. This is all great. I'm just completing my shift. There's no further things that needs to happen unless something bad happens to me.
Yeah, again, the guy says, "Oh yeah," pats you in the back and says, "Take a break, kid. You're doing
Oh, thanks. Oh, it's been such a long shift. You do this every day?
work."
I guess so.
So how long are you gonna be doing this as an internship? Like 6 months, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be about 6 months, and then it'll finally hit the end of the semester.
Oh, I'm sure we got plenty of work for you to do. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
You get what?
hopefully
You
it's
get
not like
extra
this every
credit.
day.
You get extra credit for this? Is that how it works?
Yeah, it's gonna increase my GPA enough for me to keep my scholarship.
Oh, you're in a scholarship, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, Young Genius Foundation.
Oh,
It's
Never heard of
kind
it.
of nice. I submitted a really nice essay, and I think they just liked it.
okay. Cool.
What about you?
He basically has you doing his job. He
Yeah.
just spends supervising you, and he does nothing. Like,
Mhm.
everything he asks you to do is his job, and he's the idea.
And I'm more
he's
than
not-
happy to make him not do any work today.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
he's-
supervisor for sure.
Yeah, he is like, I got myself my personal servant for the next 6 months.
This is the first
is
bit
a-
of authority he will ever have, and it's fake.
Yeah, well. So yeah, that happens. And so the day's over, you're getting to the van again, so you're back into the parking garage. How are you gonna get out?
Actually, here's what I'm going to do. While the bus is in transit, or is going to leave, like, we're wrapping up the workday, I will go ahead and give a ping out over to Trash Boat and say, "Hey, Trash Boat, we're gonna be driving along this area here. This is where it gets off the highway. Can you just like park there and wait for me?"
Oh, for you, absolutely. Can you bring me something to snack on, maybe?
Dude, they got like apple pies here at best, like the fake stuff, like the really.
Dude, you know
really
I
fake
only eat
stuff.
when you bring me food, so just get whatever.
Well, after this, we'll go get a pizza together. It'll be fine.
A whole pizza?
Yeah, man, I'm hungry too.
Oh my!
I told you they don't have anything here. It's terrible.
Like literally, the next thing you hear on the call is like keys jingling, a car starting, and just like the call ends.
Perfect. And so, when we get off the highway, when we're going towards the neighborhood, at that exit, I'm going to go ahead and use Puppeteer and tell the vehicle to stop. I'm just gonna get off.
Okay, roll for it. Oh, you just have to do it automatically?
It is still a spell. I could still get hurt by it. It still has a device range to resist. We could
Yeah,
go
this
ahead and
might have been-
obviate it
this-
if you
this-
don't care, but
It's a 2.
okay. It's a
So
2. It
so a
it
total
probably
4.
can't even really resist much. Alright, I got 6. It can't possibly roll high enough. And I
Yeah.
don't even get hurt doing it. That's great.
Yeah, the people sometimes people are like, most of the people are like they're sleeping. They're like, oh, what the? And the driver's like, what the hell? And the handle automatically. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
I'm
gonna,
just gonna hop
walk
off and
out?
go, "Right's here. See you later, everybody." And
Where
then
the
as soon
hell
as I hop off, the car just gets going while they have
Where,
questions.
where the hell you going?
I think Trash Boat like has 2 horns in the car, one normal and one that's that you know the stereotypical one they use in all the cartoons.
Yeah,
right?
the musical one, yeah.
Yeah, he lays on that.
Oh yeah, and I'm just gonna like slide right in. Just going, it's like, I could use some damn pizza. I'm like ripping off the tie and throw it in the back.
No, I was about to say he just looks at you like pizza time.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna spend $40 on that. I'll make it
Hell
real.
Yeah, so you finished the first mission.
Real pizza,
Um,
holy shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
you did that. Well, you have to turn in the information and all that. So
Right,
have
we
to
gotta
get
go
contact
meet
with
with the Johnson. I gotta say, we've done this. I have these pieces. I can guarantee that it was done. I was there myself, and I double checked.
yeah, you get to meet him at a nightclub.
Yeah,
downtown.
and I'll invite everyone in there so we can get it.
So it's Tech Noir. Tech Noir is there used to be another club, but now this is a new club that is mostly caters to Shadowrunners. people who are in the biz, so to speak. And so, yeah, he's there, and he has a booth in the corner. And again, it's Mr. Lucius, right? And Whisper's there as well. He's already having a talk with Whisper, who is the one who arranged for everybody to go in. Are you going as to everybody who's involved? You're gonna go as your personas? Are you gonna pretend to be someone else? How are you gonna do it?
I got my mask, and I still have my skin shaded too. So.
By the way, is it fine if this is the day after you accomplish your task?
Yeah,
Sure.
So that
yeah,
way
so
I
this
can
way
get...
you're done with your working day and
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
come home.
I mean, I come out as a Vassal Voss, so
Okay.
it's actually, as I've described, a disguise that's one of those jobs that makes me look younger than I actually am.
Well, technically, elves don't really age.
Well, I mean, we have a glamour effect, but at the same time, I'm still doing a disguise to make myself look younger than I actually am. Because, I mean, you can look at any face and then imagine what it would look like if it was younger, even an ageless face.
So everybody's gonna go there. Tick.
All right.
Yeah, I'm following Blank like a lost pup.
So there's even like a VIP thing where there's a man who's basically it's a velvet rope, like literally just for show, right? Right this way, Jim. And he's a troll. Right?
Special treatment plan.
He's a troll with the with you can know that he's wearing heavy armor under it, but he's part of the club itself, the Tech More. So
Yeah,
just
just feel
like a
embarrassed,
wall.
like standing
Basically-
beside next to him.
yeah, he's a wall of muscle and probably cybernetics as well. Yeah, I mean that bastard, you know the guy is cybered up because you can almost hear like when he moves his shoulder, like. "Ee." But underneath the heavy suit, it's kind of hard to tell. And he sort of walks in, like, "Oh, please take a seat." So, I take it that you have the information that we asked for, right?
That I do. I've gone ahead and put it onto this chip, so I can just slide it right across the table.
He takes out a device, a chip reader, basically. Takes a while for it to read it.
Yeah.
Seems to check out. Did you find anything else interesting? Remember that if
Can't
you
say-
have any pay data, additionally, he wants to. You put everything you found there, or what did you put in the chip?
I'm keeping my black chip information because that stuff is cool for me, and I don't trust this guy anymore because he's as technology, 100%. And so I'm not going to tell him about it, because we just erased a bunch of information on people who work with or were against as technology in some way. However, I will go and say, I went ahead and accomplished the mission, the data upload went successfully, the virus is, the information is gone, and the information you have on the table still exists in the system. However, these are copies and they are accurate.
He takes, from what pocket he slips a credit chip across. That should have all the money that was total, I believe, 25,000 for the basic work and 15,000, the total of 40.
Wonderful. I believe that's exactly what Whisper arranged earlier, so this is all above the tip board. Thank you.
I'd like to commend you. I did hear something about an altercation downtown Irvine. Is that correct?
And I'm just like, doesn't ring my bell, and everyone else probably has terrible poker faces.
Crashboat has his face like buried in his arms on the table.
I think you'd find that mine would be the greatest poker face ever made. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, no, yours, you pretend nothing ever happened.
Crashboat's been like that the whole time. I'm gonna be honest with you, he was kind of dumb, so when he mentioned that, he kind of like poked his eye out to like see, and then he was like, eh.
Yeah, so everyone's a little weirded out. So this is something you guys would say for yourself if you say anything.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be it doesn't seem to have interfered with the situation, so there's no problem, really. He puts the device, he puts it in his belt, the chip reader. Like I said before, to Whisper, your companion.
Yes.
This was a bit of a test as well. And so you have passed, I would say, with flying colors. Meaning that if you're interested, of course, we could provide further work in the future. We don't have anything for you right now. Actually, let me rephrase it. He says the Foundation doesn't have anything for you right now, but in the future, we'll make sure that we contact you. We'll be the first people to contact if we have anything special. Right. I hope that is agreeable with you, perhaps?
It worked for me this time. It should work again.
If there are any other questions?
I'm pretty sure it would be
Yeah,
bad
can we
etiquette
get
to
out of
ask,
here?
why did we do this? So I'm... Because that's a Shadowrun. The Johnson's not supposed to tell you.
Yeah, no.
I was saying, yeah, that's
Any other question is it's you know that it's a
business opportunity question.
We're done. That this is the we're done here.
Yeah, the only thing I would ask for would be contact information for when the fixer Johnson wants to contact us again.
He points to Whisper and says, "We already established a relationship there."
Ah,
No
perfect.
Now, excuse me, gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the bubbly. I believe it's a rare vintage, not soy based, which is rare itself. Hope you
Very
enjoyed. We shall talk again.
Cheers.
Sayonara. And he walks.
Okay. Quick questions. Here's a question we probably never asked about the Johnson. What his ethnicity might be, which probably wouldn't tell a whole lot.
In North America. He looked Caucasian North America.
Okay. And the wine he gave us is not necessarily made anywhere in particular that matters.
The Napa Valley. It's California.
Okay, cool. So he got a local thing for us. Okay. I was like, look, I'm looking for hints of Az technology now, and as like he's left the room and it's just us, I kind of look to everyone and go, I'm pretty sure that guy was Az technology.
I mean,
I don't know what that means.
That means that this juice tastes really angry, and I don't like it.
Wait, no, Trash Boat. I know I've taken you drinking before. Wait, have we only gone smoking together? I'm just pulling out a cigarette as I say that.
Oh, that's not what I'm smoking, but, sometimes I hate this
Look, just
stuff.
take a drink, alright?
I hate this stuff.
So, the quick understanding of Az technology here is that, they're on the border, they're interested in Cal, and we just removed a whole bunch of information from a system in Cal about people who probably worked with technology in some way. So we just did them a big favor.
Well, not really. They paid us. We just did a big job.
True. I don't really know what it means for them to, want to have removed these 3 runners, from this database. But that's my guess.
I mean, you didn't know what the data, the Trojan software actually went for. It might be those names, or it could be something completely different.
Right. Well, they wanted us to put it on those, or related to it, so I imagine it did something to them. Which is probably delete it or remove it entirely. Or replace it. Shrug. But yeah, no, I don't get a super good feeling out of this guy.
I look over at Blank and I say, look, I might be new to this. And then I look over at Trash Boat Whisper and that bastard and say, or I might not be. But but it seems to me that it behooves us best not to question the people we took jobs from after we've already accomplished the job.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna go hunt him down or something, shake and go, why'd you do this? I'm saying the next time we get a job for him, we should make sure we're not, starting something we don't want to see in our home. That's all.
My home is the world.
I know where your apartment is, man.
Yeah, I know where Whisper's apartment is.
Well look, I got another pizza. Bam.
Oh,
$40.
That's way better than Angry Water. Let's go.
I have
Pizza, some good wine, job well done, and the split.
I have a question related to karma vis-a-vis Nguyen, only because it affects what my character would do. Do you get karma or Nguyen, or do you have to make a decision between either, or...
No, just take this thing.
Okay.
You get karma, or you get Nuyen. You get paid for the job, and karma is a different.
Right. Okay, so I think what my step would be here would be that I would. Jeez, how did he pay us?
Cred stick.
Cred stick.
Okay, yeah. So I would take other platinum cred stick and have you transfer my 8,000 to me.
You already did the split?
It's 40K is what he gave us. There's 5 of us, so yeah, that's 8K piece.
Okay. Yeah, I hadn't done the math yet. That was gonna be a thing. 8K. And I guess while we're here doing the split and all, lessons. How much karma?
Let me tell you what karma you got. You have 2 karma for surviving, and 2 more for completing all objectives, and 1 more for basically. The challenge wasn't that high ultimately. You got into a gunfight, but you didn't actually. You just shrugged the bullets, so that's no. I do have to go over the combat rules, so make sure that's clear. So I would say 6 karma workout. Things are very expensive though, so 6 karma is a good start, but take a couple of sessions just to make sure that unless you want to buy a new skill or something like that, then yeah,
It's a good chunk of change.
Right, because my plan is, so I'm gonna head back out to John Dingle's house. And is that guy still gonna be there when I get back?
Probably doesn't know where else to go. He has no money, he has
right.
nothing. Oh, and he still has a huge debt.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Well, actually, the other guy has a huge debt. This guy is
Back
nobody.
Alright, did we get 8,000 new yen?
Yeah, that's what you just said.
Yeah.
Okay, so while I'm there, I'm going to call one of my contacts.
Mhm.
Sorry, I just gotta double check. Rose Klein.
Okay. He's your
What's
fixer.
her
Yeah,
karma?
6.
6.
Yeah, she's my fixer. Gonna call her up and hey, Rose.
Yes. A
Yeah.
little late for calling, but
Is it?
what do you want? It's like midnight. We meet around.
Really? I mean, I assumed that you would get a lot of calls at midnight.
What do you want?
Yeah, I got someone here that needs a new identity. How much about would that cost me?
We're talking about, you want to wipe him off the map. You want him to get into the job or something like that. What do you?
Hold on a sec. Hey, Hoover, how much risk do you think you're gonna get into in your new life?
Like, I'm trying to avoid any risk whatsoever, man.
So what do you think? Just like new job level identity worker for you?
You offered me a job, didn't you? Right?
Yeah. I just want to make sure that you're not like gonna do something. Because you don't understand that abandoning your old life also means abandoning your old debt. So just avoiding anything to do with any of that kind of situation again.
Yeah, I guess I can go to Gamblers Anonymous or something.
Or just gamble on stuff that doesn't have a monetary value. Like gamble for fun.
You don't understand how addiction works, do you?
I do actually. It's very easy to overcome if you trick yourself. Be stupid, but only to yourself. It's hard to explain. Anyway, yeah, no high risk. Yeah, so hey Rose. So like a job level thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Sure, I can get you that for you, but it'll take me a couple of days. I'll give you an estimate when I get that.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's doable. It's doable. I mean, we're not talking about somebody high end anywhere. You haven't,
No,
mom,
just someone that needs a new life.
Okay. Are they local, or do you want to send them? You want to send them somewhere else? What?
No, they were local, and they're probably going to stay local. So something that can fly under the radar under a constant check.
Yeah, well, sure, I can do that. Full on sin, or you just want him to be,
Yeah, I mean that costs extra, doesn't it? Yeah, no, full on sin. Let's go full on sin.
So corporate sin, then okay. Yeah, that's gonna cost you extra, but sure, I can do that.
Yeah, okay,
It'll take me a while, a couple of days,
sure.
and it'll take me a couple of days to check to make sure I get all the numbers for you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, you know where to reach me. Call me at midnight. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, so he was. And
All right, and
GM lessons also has to check and make sure that.
yeah, no, it's fine. That's why I'm not pushing it. Also, you still got your cred stick on you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll transfer 1,000 over to him.
Wow. Thanks.
Yeah, that's your I guess your sign-on bonus. Let's say.
Didn't have any money. I didn't have any money before, so yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of need something to get by on for now, and seeing how these things are fairly untraceable. It's
Sure thing.
yeah.
You know that you notice that the small fridge that you have, I don't know if already was stocked, or you keep it stocked, probably with water. Probably is the only thing that doesn't.
Well, this is like the shittier of the apartments. Like Vassal Voss's, the place I don't even live at, has a month's worth of. I could eat 3 meals a day here and still have food.
Yeah. So basically, he just drank all the water here and whatever else you keep here that like a TV dinner or something that you keep that is frozen. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go get me some food soon.
Well, I mean, you got food now. So, I mean, you have money now, so.
Yeah, so thanks. By the way, this was I don't know if I put everybody on the vault so you can see the data center inside.
Yeah, it's real cool looking. I was about to say, am I dreaming about this now?
Yeah.
Oh, I did an actual day's worth of work. Oh, it's terrible.
Look at all those gold bars.
Those are the boxes where the data disks were stored. Yeah.
Look at all the priceless art. Oh, it's gone. But yeah, no, I give the guy 1,000 new yen.
Mhm.
Working up to getting him fixed up with a new identity. Probably find a new place to live eventually, but that's something to do after Rose gets back to me.
So everybody got the 8,000. Anybody's gonna try to buy something or pay out some debt or whatever you.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I probably want, among which is probably like getting the sins and stuff. But I think the important thing to cover on stream here is that I have a name, the Helios Foundation, and I want to research it. Yeah.
Okay. Let's
do
that.
And in fact, I'm going to summon a sprite to research it for me while I go do other things with my life.
Okay.
So, I'm going to try compiling a rank 6 sprite. Success, it'll have exactly 1 task, and I take 2 stun damage from that. Which is fine, I'm off mission right now. It'll probably eventually get filled. And it is going to go ahead and do the search for me.
How long does this sprite last?
It technically builds Overwatch by just time. Every 15 minutes something will happen. And eventually it'll get caught. However, I think if it's on task, like I send it out to do something, it won't get caught until it's done.
Okay.
Basically, if I had it hanging around me, like I was before, it would eventually go away on its own.
Okay.
So in this case, it's going to go ahead and roll a matrix search. So that page was at 241 for time and difficulty. Here we go. So the Helios Foundation, is this a publicly known thing, a limited interest thing, or actively hidden? Or secret?
Actually public.
Oh,
Public.
there you go. So it'll take like a whole of 1 minute to figure it out.
Yeah.
And is interesting stuff about it that has to do with the black chip, intricate, obscure, or otherwise?
Oh, that is obscure and intricate.
Okay. So it has a 12 dice pool, -3, and it's looking to get at least a 1. Alright, so we're rolling 9 dice. Amazingly, on 9 dice, it got 1. So, bare minimum, it finds the information for me.
We find something. And that something is that it actually is tied into an old studio, a fifth world studio called MGM. No longer exists. It no longer exists. And supposedly, there's a name, it's Stuart Douglas, who supposedly was the uncredited inventor of the original Simpsons. Same shit. For the purpose of creating the next level of cinema. Right? The idea essentially was that there's a small write-up that says The Simpsons was created in order to bring the next level of cinema, moving from using tapes and other home storage mediums to be able to directly bring cinema to the minds of the viewer wherever they have, and be 100% portable post-op.
Okay. So, from at least this I can see, MGM has basically at some point been acquired by the Helios Foundation, is that right?
No.
And
if
that's
you-
why it
Black
has
Chip-
this information.
No, if Helios, if we're talking about Helios, you only one search. Oh, good. That's the either you do Black Chip or you do the Helios.
Okay. So Black Chip.
That's the Black Chip, and that's
Okay.
that's all you get.
And that guy comes back to me and just immediately goes, "Yeah, that was it." Boo.
So, I mean, Helios is you do a simple matrix search and some public information about it because they're very
Okay, so
is it-
I'll go
it is
ahead
it-
and I'll just take a rote on the public information.
yeah.
Myself.
A Helios Information Foundation is a non-profit institution that is assigned to bring power, especially the power of the sun, to the people of the world. Right? The idea is to free the masses of the world from corporate oversight by bringing them the power of the sun to them through cheap and easily available solar technology. Right. Essentially, they take donations from a lot of people to bring to affected areas to the poor, etc. The ability to make their own make their own power. Usually by either solar, wind, or water. Right. But mostly solar power. You know that most of these foundations are they exist and make these lofty claims. Like what they're covered for corporations to launder, potentially, have tax write-offs. And it's those corporations that do not have extraterritorial,
Right. I was listening to this and I was immediately going, yeah, this is definitely some sort of shell company. People are pumping money into it and then the money goes elsewhere. This is money laundering 100%.
Yeah.
But hey, does it actually operate in town or is it like somewhere else entirely?
It has actually it operates out of Geneva, Switzerland.
Okay. Not taking a trip to Switzerland this week. I mean, I can
think-
always
I mean,
dive in
that-
servers, I suppose, but
Yeah, that's a public address that it has. So whether it's the actual address, I mean, you know that for example, shell corporations can literally be like a mailbox, a PO box in the Bahamas or somewhere else. You can have a building with 5,000 companies as long as there's space for the PO box. So.
I guess I could also peek and see, like, oh, how big is its host? What's the host rating? We were
The
doing like
public
4
host?
or 5 for a heavily defended facility. It's at least less than.
The public actually has like 2.
Yeah. So
It's-
they have a secure picture frame for their poster.
Mhm.
Okay, so I could probably do that on the fly in the future. I'm just gonna like mark down host rating 2 for public server. Probably unlikely to have anything on it either.
Okay. So yeah, let's leave it at. We're gonna probably leave it earlier because I know Shai has to, has life to live outside of the game. So let's. It happens. And you got also you guys finished the mission, so we're on time for that, and that gives me time to do a couple of changes behind the scenes. So next week we can have a full session. So far, as you probably noticed, the way Shadowrun works is not like D&D where you go into direct combat all the time and go from map to map. It's get
In
the
fact,
job.
our fighter almost got dunked on pretty quickly too.
Yeah.
It's deadly.
You get the job, you do the research. So usually it's between 1 to 3 sessions. One is to get the job and do basic research. The other one develop the plan, unless you decide to just tear the doors out of places immediately, and finally execute the plan. Or 2 sessions, or maybe you can cram everything in 1 session if it's something that starts real quick. But otherwise, that's how it goes. So it's a more glacial pace. But it's also a lot more talking, a lot more, corporate intrigue, etc. So, thinking laterally helps a lot. I hope that.
Yeah, and I think we all gave that a shot tonight.
Yeah.
And I think we had fun with it, right?
Yeah, okay. And if you guys have any input, I know, for example, that there wasn't a lot of action for a fighter here. There was a couple of shootout, but not full combat. We'll try to mix it up a little bit more than that to give everybody a chance to participate, of course. And see what happens. So let's do our shout outs. Who wants to start?
I'll start because I don't have anything to shout out. I'm
Okay.
Shine. I play Trash Boat.
Hey. Hey everybody, I'm Griffin, and I played Blank. Come watch our stream Sundays and Wednesdays. Come watch our podcast every other Friday. Come watch everything we do on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. There you go.
Okay.
Also, drop
You're
your Twitch Prime.
So smash that Twitch.
And I am your GM, Lessons Learned. Of course, this is a new game we're GMing every Sunday, and of course, during the week, I am still streaming Dragon Age Inquisition because that's a very, very long game, very much padded. And you can find me also at Lessons Learned over YouTube, where I do commentary on video games and other fun stuff, especially mostly Mass Effect related, but other stuff as well. So, thank you everybody for coming, and as always, we'll see you. Bye bye, everybody.
See you, everybody.